What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. Reserved for the best is super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comic. We do live auctions, live claim sales. I rock with Tooth and Claw, hit animated television series. The Scotty Young joint, blowing up fast. X23. So this is dope, man. All right, so this is beautiful. What's happening, y'all? Let's get it popping, man. We got to get the room going. This is the 6th element of hip hop. I'm your host, Reno Noir. This is your co-host, Stu Dog is back. So this is Return of the Stu Dog, like Return of the Jedi. Stu, how was the vacation, man? Tell us about the Bohemian getaway.
It was great, man. It was great, man. It was hot. Florida's hot, bro. Florida's just hot, bro. Like
Florida, horrid.
Yeah, it was just humid, man. Like standing outside, just talking to somebody, you start sweating. They ain't even moving. You just Florida. I don't know how people live, bro. I don't know how you live down there,
bro. It's hot at night down there, motherfucker.
Yes, like humid.
Hot in the shade, hot at night, hot all day. We got maybe 2 months that you would consider is what Floridians call winter, but it's really like 50 degrees, no big deal. For a couple of weeks, rest of the year, 90 plus, 100% humidity. Just, I don't know what, I don't know how they fool the rest of the country to think that this is the place you want to come vacation. This is the place you want to get your summer home, your winter home, whatever. Nah, that weather is horrible, bro.
Bro. I ain't never experienced nothing like it, bro. I was like, like it gets hot here where I'm at in the Northeast.
Yeah, it gets hot in Virginia, but there's a breeze. You go in the shade and it's actually cooler in the shade than it is in the sun. In Florida, there is no differentiation. When it gets nighttime, it cools down at night. That doesn't happen in Florida. It don't cool down at night.
No, it don't. It really don't.
It really does. That's odd. It's really weird because it's so humid. There's so much water in the air that's superheated all day by the sun. And when it gets nighttime, that water is still in the air and it just stays hot all night. But enough about Florida. What about the Bahamas, man? It was beautiful. The cruise.
It was
good
hot.
Time.
Hot.
Really? Hot down there too? No
humid.
Good.
Same weather as Florida. Hot, humid. You can throw a rock at the Bahamas from Florida. So it's the same
it's very close. Well, you could hop in your own boat and drive out there.
Just hot, like hot for no reason. Hot, like slave working out picking cotton hot. That's how hot it was.
That's how, hot. Yeah. Well,
but they said that yesterday. Yesterday was hot too. But they said yesterday was like for England. They said it was one of the hottest days on record. They said that less than 1% of people from Great Britain have AC, and yesterday was one of the hottest days for them on record. It was like 94 degrees or something like that. It doesn't really get that hot there. Like it might get, they might get it there in the 80s or something, high 70s. Like that's their summer. Yeah. Like our 90s is their 80s.
Yeah,
but it actually got up to 90, and they said they were going through it yesterday. So.
Yeah, because they don't, like AC is a staple we take for granted in America. Everybody just has AC. It's not really in the rest of the world. AC is not a normal. It's a luxury. It's like only in the fine establishments or people, but houses usually don't. Yeah, and of course Europe, is not known for its sun. So I guess they can get away with it. But in Florida, nobody has like a heater. Like no one cares about heaters and shit. Like up here, everybody, you got to get the heat on. Got the heat on. Florida, it's all about AC. AC is the heater down there.
That's all year round. That's all year round, right?
all year round. If you don't have AC in Florida, you can die. People die every year.
Get out.
They die. It's that bad. If you don't have AC in Florida and you're like got health issues, you're old, whatever, which a lot of people are really old in Florida. People die every year from the heat. Yeah. But
I don't know how people move down there.
yeah, I
For
know.
like I mean, I like the warm weather. Don't get me wrong, man. I do. I love it.
They need to
But
turn the
damn,
temperature down.
Florida is like
They need
that's
to
a
adjust
different type of heat, bro.
they need to
That's
adjust the thermostat in Florida.
yeah. That's a different type of heat, bro. I can't even.
It's a
You know,
different
I
kind of
can't
heat.
even.
People don't understand. I was in North Carolina building on the Indian reservation, we are building the Sundance Arbor. What's good, Ali? We were building the Sundance
We
Arbor. It's like a
say
big ceremonial thing. We cutting down trees, basically carrying logs and shit. And apparently they were like, yo, we gotta get inside. Like it's too hot. It's like 110 out here. And I'm carrying logs like it ain't nothing. And I'm like, wow, this is not, it's a different kind of hot. Like 98 degrees in Florida is like 115 anywhere else.
mm,
Yeah, it's nasty, bro. It's
yeah,
nasty.
Florida. I listen, salute, and I take my hat off to anybody live in Florida, bro. Like the times I went down there for Disney, we stand in the line, and they have these like giant fans all over the place blowing water. The water turned into mist by the time it hit the fan, it just turned to a mist. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even. It don't even help. I'm like, this ain't even helping.
Nah.
Like it just
Nah,
won't.
there is
Like
no help. The only help is AC inside and in the AC. That's the only relief you're gonna get.
yeah,
But
now
all
you
right, so we got a lot of good topics today. We got some interesting stuff to talk about, guys. Uh it's not just gonna be about the
let's get
weather
it
in
poppin'.
Florida. We got good shit. We got Life After Death Star, which is a dope mashup somebody did with Biggie lyrics and samples from like the score from Star Wars movies. Really dope. I got a couple tracks we'll listen to. Um,
Sort
Star
of
Wars,
like
Star Wars.
sort of like the Danger Mouse Doom album,
It's like
where
Mouse Doom album,
where Danger Mouse he sampled every beat was made from a sample. Well, the only sound effects he used was the samples that he got from Adult Swim,
right?
and
Right,
Doom rhymed over it. That was phenomenal. That's
right.
phenomenal. I
Yeah,
still listen to that album to this day.
we got the Ahsoka, the leaked Ahsoka trailer, um, and a couple of top 10 comic tropes that need to be eliminated. Top 10 most powerful uh dark side users in Star Wars. We got the Disney Plus accidentally leaks some Boba Fett 2 season 2 stuff. We got Mandalorian season 3 stuff, Thor Love and Thunder stuff, Skeleton Crew stuff, House of the Dragon stuff. Man, we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff.
Do you
Andor.
really think they leaked that? You really think it's a leak, or do you think it's like a purpose leak? Like it's like they leak it on purpose.
I think the Ahsoka trailer was leaked. The Star Wars Celebration Ahsoka trailer was leaked online, and it followed the Mandalorian season 3 teaser. But the footage shows like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. But there's only about 30-40 seconds of footage, so it's probably safe to assume that there's a full Ahsoka trailer that will be released soon, maybe at the D23 Expo in September. Which But what has been said about the Ahsoka show is that the series takes place 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. That it will also star Ewan McGregor's wife, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, maybe as Hera Syndulla. With it reported that following Obi-Wan Kenobi, Hayden Christensen will be back, maybe in flashbacks or as a Force ghost, since it takes place after Return of the Jedi, and that the plot involves Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka hunting an Imperial Grand Admiral named Thrawn, who vanished deep into space at the conclusion of the animated Rebel series with with Ezra. It's a tongue twister, but yeah. So Thrawn, who has been missing and nobody knew what happened to him in Ezra. So that'll be concluded in this series. It also includes Ray Stevenson, which is said to be playing a Star Wars villain. I cannot wait for that. Y'all know who Ray Stevenson is. That's the dude that played Punisher in Punisher Warzone. And he's done a bunch of other cool shit. Uh, Dave Filoni said, "I thought of this adventure for Ahsoka for a long time, and it's interesting to see how it evolved. Years ago, I never would have imagined that it was sprung from a branch of a tree that had anything to do with a guy like Mandalorian lead character Din Djarin or a child that looks like Yoda. It's great. It's a great lesson for me now when you have other creatives like Jon Favreau. They can help lend such dimension and depth to what you're doing." Dave Filoni quoted. But yeah, Ahsoka doesn't have a Disney Plus release date as of yet, but it is known Mandalorian season 3 premieres next February. So Ahsoka
Mm.
might not get released until after that. But let's
So we
run
gotta
that
wait till next. We gotta wait till
yeah.
next year to see Mando.
February. Yeah. So yeah, 2 months into next year. Not that long. But yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Corey in the building. What's good? So yeah, let's watch the little Ahsoka leak. It
Let's
is a
get it
leak
on.
because it's actually someone filming it like bootleg. So
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah. So bear with us for the quality, but here we go. So yeah, let me get this plugged in there. So yeah, it was pretty definitely leaked. That's there was no volume, there was no audio or anything like that, I guess. Um I hadn't seen it before that. But yeah, that's a leak. I wonder if there's
Oh, for the Ahsoka. Man, listen, that was a good leak right there, man. We got the. I mean, we couldn't hear any, but we got to see something good.
yeah,
Actually, got to
in
see
the
something good.
original version, you all you can hear is people screaming and yelling. You can't hear anything anyway, so someone just put like a little audio over it. But sometimes bootleggers are worth something. Yeah. They give us things that we would not normally get.
This is true.
It
This
is.
is true.
But do Star Wars fans need to watch Rebels before watching the Ahsoka series? Is a good question. Um,
But
it's hard to say. I would want you to. I would want to. Um, you know, before the Ahsoka series. Who said this? Let me see. Who said this?
so to watch, I don't know, man. I would say just watch it and then go back. Maybe if you had questions, like that might make sense.
Yeah, I would watch Rebels just because, and you don't have to
Well, you
watch
got
all of
time,
Rebels.
right? You got time to watch Rebels.
You got plenty
Oh,
of
I would
time, and
watch.
I wouldn't watch the whole series if you don't want to, but just watch the episodes with Ahsoka in it, and definitely watch the last episode and stuff the way it ends off because apparently the Ahsoka show is gonna kind of come right after Rebels ends. It's gonna like follow it's based on the ending. So she's out looking for Thrawn, and the ending of the show was Thrawn drifting into space. So that's what the show is gonna do is kind of close that gap. Before Ahsoka series comes out next year, you definitely want to watch Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. It's so important for her storyline and will make the Ahsoka series so much more impactful because the live action series are incorporating so much of animation into their storylines, even if it's just a backstory that if you don't watch the animated shows, you're really missing out. Specifically speaking to Star Wars Rebels, you're missing out on 2 things: Ahsoka's role in the founding of the rebellion, and then also her tragic relationship with Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker, who was her master. And then she quits the Jedi training and is no longer a Jedi, still wields the lightsaber, still uses the Force, but does not call herself a Jedi. All that information, season 2 finale, Twilight of the Apprentice, I think will forever go down as one of the greatest episodes of Star Wars that's been created. It's truly a beautiful story, showcasing a beautifully tragic relationship between Ahsoka and Anakin, especially with the slashing of the helmet. I think fans are really missing out if they don't go back and watch not only Star Wars The Clone Wars, but also Star Wars Rebels. Um, the finale episodes are always cinematic. It goes back to, I would say, the season 5 finale of Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and then season 7 finale, series finale, Siege of Mandalore for the Clone Wars, which all 4 episodes should really be watched as a movie. All right. And they're truly incredible. And then, the season 2 finale, Twilight of the Apprentice for Rebels. And even the series finale for Star Wars Rebels is important. And they're movies in themselves. They really deserve to be watched on the big screen if you ever get the chance. Um,
Agreed. Agreed.
I agree. Yeah. Ashley Eckstein said, the entire team, I've always said that I'm just one part of a giant team of people that it takes to bring the character of Ahsoka together and the shows together. So that's why I call it Team Tano, because I never want to take credit for what multiple people have worked so hard to do. It takes every element. It takes not only the writing, the animation, the directing, the voice acting, the lighting, everything it takes, and even the producing on the back end, the things that you don't see make these things happen. They're truly works of art and should be celebrated. And she's like the Ashley Eccleston. I think she's like the showrunner or creator or one of the creators. Let me see. Eckstein, yeah. But yeah, I would recommend watching it just so you know, because it's not gonna be like you can't watch Ahsoka if you don't,
Right.
but
Right.
it'll make it so much better, so much of a richer, experience. So,
Right.
yeah, it's not necessary, but it's preferred.
Okay.
And, another leak we got, which I'm not even excited about, but Disney accidentally leaked Book of Boba Fett season 2.
Mm.
Um, like, I thought that they were gonna be done with that after the, terrible reception. There's something to be said about, like, denial from these creators. They go into this denial mode like shit is all good when it isn't. Like Taika
You're right.
Waititi and Thor: Love and Thunder. Absurd, bro. Absurd. And he's
Because
he's
you
on
know what?
Go ahead.
Because when it comes to Star Wars, you got to realize something. They have a die-hard fan base. Like,
Mhm.
like the fan base is die-hard, and so they want nothing less than what they got in those first three movies. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not the prequels, but the Star Wars Empire's Return. I
The
mean,
OG.
they want that. They want something similar to it. Now, it doesn't have to be the same thing, but they want the quality. They want the same
Just want
quality.
the quality, want the passion behind it, like, really caring about it, um, and not, you know, agendas and things, just actually just care about the story and the writing of the material. If they have that, then they can do whatever else they want, but you gotta do that much. But hopefully they'll do, like, an improvement like they are talking about with Obi-Wan, um, when they put out this Book of Boba Fett season 2, hopefully it will be better than season 1. Hopefully they listen to the fans, what we didn't like about season 1, and fix it, because it's not hard. The things are very specific, and so all you got to do is change these specific things. Um,
Well,
But what do
they
we
they
know of him?
promised to do that. They promised to do that, but we're gonna see. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
see.
the ending of Book of Boba Fett season 1 left the door open for a second season. That's true. With Tamora Morrison, and fans definitely want to see more of of Boba Fett, but the real Boba Fett, not this old grandpa who ain't, doesn't even know what the hell he's doing anymore. But the first season was filled with mad controversial moments, and Teletubbies and Vespa scooters with candy paint jobs. But fans really hope that Boba Fett will go back to his iconic self as the ruthless bounty hunter everyone fears. Even as the Daimo of Tatooine, Boba can easily be still in charge and still have the ruthless charm as other syndicates try to challenge Fett for Tatooine. A lot of things could happen in the second season, like Samuel L. Jackson returning to play Mace Windu. Uh, and Morrison made it clear that he wants Fett to get his revenge on the Jedi who killed his father, and it would be a cool story to explore because Mace killed Boba Fett's dad, cut his head off,
Django,
Jango
yeah,
Fett.
she did. Yeah.
Yeah, and fans would be shocked to see Mace alive, living that long, but Star Wars has done a lot more bizarre things than just letting Jedi live long. I mean, we know they can extend life and force heal and all of that. And there's a promotional poster that was likely meant to be shown at D23 when the announcement and confirmation for the series will happen. Uh, Fans will have to wait till September though, or sooner, to hear about Boba coming back. But Star Wars may be. I mean, there's Kenobi, the movie. There's Andor. There's Ahsoka. There's the Acolyte, and of course Mandalorian season 3. There's a lot of shows coming up. Um, there's Skeleton Crew, but the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that everyone hated. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. No, everyone did not hate it. Some people really liked it. And I don't know why or how, but some people did like it. But they're making I guess there's a 2.5 hour cut show, a fan edited version of the show
Mm.
that turns the 6 episode series into a 2.5 hour movie. Which, continuing a long held tradition of Star Wars fan edits, but Obi-Wan Kenobi was originally conceived as a movie. The show was originally supposed to be a movie, so the project is an interesting example of the movie that could have been.
Oh,
Um,
wait. Well, the show was actually was part of a script that
yeah,
Kathleen
it was
Kennedy
gonna
wrote.
be a movie. Yeah,
And,
yeah, it
right,
was gonna be a
and they
movie.
scrapped it.
Mhm.
Yeah, they scrapped it, which we glad they did, but we still got some of it anyway. So
I don't know. I'm It's like there's a lot of it's like I'm glad that we haven't gotten the X-Men movie for the MCU yet. I'm glad that they didn't do it during this era that they're in right now where everything they put out is shit. Straight up. Like it could have been bad, we don't want to ruin it. We don't want to rush it. We don't want to jump the gun. We want to get X-Men when MCU is at its peak. They got the writers that matter, the producers, the directors, all the good people that we need, to make it good. So I'm not rushing for it.
man, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. Shit.
Yeah. Of course, fan edits could also be seen as a problem, highlighting the kind of audience entitlement and perception of ownership by the audience instead of the creator. From attempts to restart Star Wars to its original unaltered state, to I've seen ones where they remove Jar Jar Binks from the prequels to edits that turn the entire prequel trilogy into a single neon noir film. The Star Wars franchise has a vibrant history with fan edits from a variety of like intentions, things that they want. And I don't know what this one is, how this edit is, or what it intends to fix about the show. I haven't seen it, but I'm interested to. Um, because there was good parts to the Obi-Wan show. there was some decent shit
Yeah,
that
I agree.
if they edited it right, took out the crap, put it together, I think, it could be a better. It's not gonna satisfy me. I'm not gonna like it. They could use any bit of that footage. It was all trash to me, but if they could make it better
They could.
than what it
They
was,
could. Really could.
I believe. Yeah.
They really could. I mean, you giving us a rehash script, and then telling us it's just like pissing on my boots and telling me it's raining.
Right.
I mean, it's the same thing. But like I always
Mhm.
say, Hollywood's not that smart.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So that other show, okay, another show that's coming out is Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which I was originally kind of excited for. It's like a Jude Law Star Wars series. It's got a cool name, and then I find out it's just for little kids. But it has a bigger budget than The Mandalorian. So, yeah, despite Kathleen Kennedy revealing recently that Star Wars is coming back to the big screen in a big way in the future, Lucasfilm is not holding back on their upcoming Disney Plus series either. With Jude Law is starring in Skeleton Crew, costing around $136 million for its first
Mm,
season, which is nothing on the $1 billion first season of the Lord of the Rings show, but it's more than the
that's
Mandalorian
more.
got.
Yeah,
I mean,
way
to put
more.
it, The Mandalorian came in around 100 million. So this is $36 million more. I mean, there's not a lot known about the new series, but with that kind of budget, it seems like we'd be getting something pretty huge. You got Jude Law attached, but
Right.
what I heard, it was gonna be for little kids, like a little kids show.
Oh wow.
But with that kind of budget, it could be. I mean, they've made bigger budget shit for little kids, but I don't know. I don't know. Um,
I don't know, man. Star Wars right now is kind of in limbo, and I really think that the changes that they say they're gonna make, remember they said, I really think that they need to follow through on that because people hated Obi-Wan because
yeah,
it really didn't hit well with everybody, and being as that it didn't, they gotta fix it, man. They left it open for season two. They said it's no longer considered a limited series.
right.
Um, my thing with like everything about it, like why would you come out with a series, call it a limited series, but then give me limited episodes? Like it didn't make sense the way the whole thing ran.
Yeah.
Like even at the end, they still left it open for another season. Like
Mhm.
I don't get it, bro. It didn't even end like all right, like we were expect like you kept saying we were watching it. Like you were like, yo, when is he going to talk to Qui-Gon? Like he never
Right.
did. Like he never talked to Qui-Gon. And we were
Till the
like,
very
yo, like
last
to
scene.
the very, very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it would have been sweet if like when they were in the cave on the one planet and they were trying to get in. It'd have been sweet if he talked to Qui-Gon and Qui-Gon
Mhm.
was like, yo, like, you could do this,
Yeah.
or like there like some of the other stuff, like they just didn't do a lot with it, man.
I would've made
They
it. It
focused
would've
it yeah, it didn't really focus on Obi-Wan. If you
nah, it
ask
didn't.
me,
It
like
didn't.
we should have got like a couple lightsaber battles with Anakin and Darth. Like it should have been a lot, man. Like
Yeah.
I don't
It
know,
should have
man.
been more about Obi-Wan's solitude on Tatooine. That would have been fine because he had a lot of training, like you said, with Qui-Gon, Yoda, and shit. So that should have been going on. Darth Maul should have showed up, let them hash their thing out, like do the whole Darth Maul thing. That would have been a great way to go.
Yeah, that would have been.
There's a lot of ways they could have went, man, but the way they went was just Disney princess bullshit.
But they said that what we got was from an old script that Kathleen Kennedy wrote a long time ago for Obi-Wan the movie. And
Yeah.
well, it was a movie starring Obi-Wan. It had Obi-Wan in it, but it
Mhm.
was mainly about
Yeah,
you know
it was
it
called
was mainly
Obi-Wan
about the
Kenobi.
princess. Yeah, and they said that a lot of it made it into this show. I
Mhm.
don't know how. A lot of it made it into. Well, I do know how, but a lot of it made it into the show. So
Yeah.
if you knew the movie and like she never got approval to do the movie must have been bad. The script must have been. So why put it in the show? Why give us something that you knew that they just was like, look, this is not going to work, and it didn't, and people hated it. So why just let
Yeah.
it go, leave it alone.
Yeah, well, this
Now,
series, this Skeleton Crew is, was announced back in May, and it was revealed that Jude Law would be, leading the series, but all that we really know is that it's a coming of age story about children attempting to find their way home following the fall of the Empire, so it comes right after the wake of Return of the Jedi.
okay,
So, yeah, so I I think people took that as that it's for little kids, but we watch coming of age stories as adults all the time. That doesn't mean it's for little kids just because it's a coming of age story about kids. Um, shit, we watch Stranger Things and it's about kids. Like that doesn't mean it's for kids. So maybe it's not that big budget. But details about the, expected budget of the series came from a report in the Hollywood Reporter. And while the $136 million is massive compared to other Star Wars projects, when you put it alongside like the 150 to $225 million budgets assigned to like Marvel Studios offerings like WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, that stuff, it doesn't actually seem that high at all. So in the end, the budget is pretty irrelevant as long as the series pays, its way by bringing new subscribers to Disney Plus. That's the goal, and to the Star Wars saga. Um, but looking like comparing it to other Star Wars shows, I mean, the budget they had on Obi-Wan was pretty fucking skeleton. They should have called that shit skeleton or
I know they filmed that joint with an iPhone, some filters.
word.
I mean, crew of six.
Yeah. Using film editing and shit. But who knows, man? Who knows? Do you think Star Wars can cast its magic back? Catch its magic catch
Okay.
maybe? Can catch its magic back? I
Catch,
think it can
catch. I
get
guess
its magic.
catches moves again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Star Wars can still come back, sure, because all it takes is somebody who's a real fan of the work to make a project, and that can happen
Right.
anytime. Just like Dave Filoni gave us Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Those were great projects. Like I love that shit.
Great.
To me, that shit
Great.
was Mandalorian revived Star Wars in a big way because those sequel movies destroyed it, crushed it, like just knocked it off. Like cats were like, I'm done. Star Wars is over. George Lucas sold it. These people fucked it up. There's nothing left. And then we got The Mandalorian. And The Mandalorian was made by Dave Filoni alongside George Lucas, John Favreau, and Dave Filoni is the guy that gave us two very long running Star Wars shows that were, if not anything but an example of how deeply into the lore and mythology and storylines he is as a person. Because the Clone Wars and all that shit took place between movies, so he's filling in all these blanks, and he's got George Lucas at his side telling him what to write and all this. And then with the Mandalorian, same thing. Lucas was on set. We saw footage of Lucas on set, talking to him and discussing shit, and they really revived it. Then Book of Boba Fett came out and made us all go, "Oh no,
It's not
maybe
cool, man.
maybe it was a fluke." But we were waiting for Kenobi. We were waiting for Kenobi. We're like, this is gonna save it. It's gonna bring it back. Boba Fett was a fluke, and then we got Kenobi, and it was trash. And then it seems like maybe Mandalorian was the fluke, but give it a
Mm,
chance. I'm willing to give it another chance. If we get another project by Filoni, straight from Dave Filoni, and it's trash, then there's no hope. But I can't see that happening. I can't see Filoni creating no trash. He's not. He won't. He knows. He's too in touch with the fan base. He's too in touch with the actual material, to fuck
yes,
it up.
I agree. I agree.
So let's hear some music. Let's listen to some Star Wars and Biggie joints. We was talking about hip hop, Star Wars hip hop. I'm gonna run a couple of these tracks. I'm just gonna play like part of them because they're like 3-minute songs. Should I play them? Like,
Yeah, most
all
definitely.
right, all
You
right.
want to play the whole song, or you gonna just play
No,
it?
I'm just play part of it. But
Okay.
what I'm wondering is, should I just replace the screen with it, or should I do it like a share the screen with it and kind of hear it? Because I think it'll
Yeah,
sound better if I just play it.
yeah. Share the
All right.
screen. That way it'll come through the speakers and it'll come right through the joint.
Because if I, all right, yeah, let me do. Where is it? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right, y'all, sharing the screen. I'm just afraid it's not gonna sound that good this way versus playing it the other way, but let's see what we get. All right, let me put the mic over here by the speaker.
Get it popping, get it popping, get it popping.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 crack commandments. You can't tell me nothing about this coke. You can't tell me nothing about this crack, this weed, my hustling niggas.
Can y'all hear that?
I can hear it. I'm good.
You can hear the Star Wars joint in the back?
Yeah.
The try to breed jealousy, especially if that man fucked up. Get your ass stuck up. Number 2, never let them know the next move. Don't you know bad boys move in silence and violence? Take you from your eyes. I just mean that. Second step. Number 3, never trust nobody. Your mama said that ass.
All right, check this. Well, first, what do we think about that one?
That was all right. It wasn't bad. It was actually kind of dope.
Nothing, but it was kind of
I
dope.
liked the 10 Crack Commandments. Yeah, that it actually blended well together. That's why,
It did.
yeah, it
It
actually went
did.
together.
It did. And Biggie's got that. Biggie's voice. I mean, having his silhouette and Darth Vader right there, that's so I think that shit is so iconic, man. And it I don't know, Biggie is like Darth Vader in a way. He is like James Earl Jones. He's got that powerful voice. You know what I mean?
You do, yeah, you do.
Vocal shit. Yeah. All right, so let's bust another track. I like this one too. Here we go. Dead wrong. All right. But watch when it dropped though. You hear the march, Vader's march. Don't get down like that. What do we think about it? That shit was hitting.
That shit was here. That
Like,
Martian Empire with Biggie. Yeah, that's tight.
yes. I like when that beat drop. When that shit drop. Boom. I can't believe no one didn't do this before. I know, dog. I don't know how old this is. I'm sorry I didn't like do hella research on it. I was just trying to find something dope to listen to talk about today. But it is it's super well done, man. I don't know, like it's mad professional, but I'm trying to find there's a playlist with just this on it. Where is that at? I don't have it right there.
The weak and the strong. You got it.
That's not it though. There it is. That one. Thank you, YouTube. Shit, man. Yeah, that's some the Mustafar. Machine Gun Funk.
To let niggas know that if you fuck with big and heavy, I get up in that ass like a wedgie. Says who? Says me, the lyrical. Niggas saying Biggie off the street, it's a miracle. Left the drugs alone, took the thugs along with me. Just for niggas acting shifty. Sticks and stones, break bones, but they gotta kill you quicker. Especially when I'm drunk off the liquor. Smoking funk by the boxes, packing blocks. It's natural to eat your niggas like chocolates. The funk.
I really like this one. Okay, this one is like the Empire, the dark side, right? Like the Emperor and shit.
Supreme schemes to get richer, the richie quickly. Niggas wanna hit me if they get me. Dress my body and then they buy Armani. Check it. A lyrical carjack, make your brain flat. High caliber, that is all I fuck with. That be the rough shit in my circumference. Mad bitches.
Yeah, that's true, Ali. Biggie sound good on a lot of shit, on most shit.
He do. Like, bro, like I always think about how much music we could have got, good shit, had Biggie not died.
Man, come on,
Like,
man. That's the fucking, of course, man. Like that shit killed me, man, all the time. Pac, Big. Think about all the artists, man, that we lost. I mean, Big. What killed me the most is like Big L and Big Pun. Cats we didn't get a lot of work from.
yeah, because Big L was like, and Big L, like the way he went, it was like all of a sudden, like it was just like
Yeah, he
walked
just.
out.
It was like
It was
he
tragedy. It was,
yeah, he was about to blow. He was about to come out and got killed, and then his shit came out, and it was like fuck.
yeah, and then it was just like,
It's all in the
man, like
street.
it was like my brother put me up on Big L because I never really like listen to my brother's like, yo, Big L, you got here. He had went back. So we was using cassettes. Came on with the cassette. And it was like, oh, we popped it in and listened. I was like, this joint is hot. I was like, damn. But then he got. I remember. Yeah, Big Pun was next level. I
Yeah,
remember when he died, and all the radio stations doing tributes to him. Man, they
yeah,
playing music, and I was like, man, I just,
yeah.
it was just, I don't know, man. Look,
L was
I miss
fucking
Biggie. I miss Old Dirt. I miss
yeah.
Pac. I really miss Pac, man.
Pac, man, that's a big loss, bro. I think Pac would have been a politician at some point, bro. I really do.
I
Maybe
think
not a
Pac.
politician, but
I think Pac could have won some
he
some
could
type
have.
of political or some type
Yeah,
of Pac could have ran for governor and won that. He could have run. Like
he
word up,
could.
he could have ran. He could have ran for governor straight and won that, bro.
Mhm. He would have been all. He
Yeah,
would have been
man.
so down with Obama, bro.
Because remember when Kanye tried to do it. Remember Kanye tried to run for president, and he had the
Yeah, that was silly. That was silly. Not
he had the little rally. He got out there. He started crying. I'm like, whoa, I'm like, what
you
is
fucked
this,
up. Your
man?
first joint, you fucked up. First
Yeah,
rally, you know, they
he talking about
crimes.
Harriet Tubman. I'm like, oh, I'm like, I'm like, yo, this is a rally,
That's
man.
what
Like, what
Pac
do you?
meant when he said, "We ain't ready to see a black president."
Nah, we ain't. Not Kanye West anyway. We was ready for Obama. We was
He was
ready
ready
for. We
for
wasn't
Obama.
ready.
That's why
We weren't ready
I
for
always
Kanye.
thought of that line when Obama got elected. I always thought of Pac's line, you know, "We ain't ready to see a black president."
Right.
And I always thought of that line. I was like, "Man, I wish Pac could have seen this, man. I really do."
Yeah. It's Pac. I gotta take my hat off to Pac every time, man, because I
Of course.
can't I can't sit there and say I can't you can't say nothing bad about Pac, man.
Mm-mm.
Pac this thing, man. He had a lot of ideas. He had a lot of Pac had a lot like Pac had a lot going on, man.
Yeah,
And I think had he been able to, personify some of that, things would be a lot different, man. Things would be a lot
absolutely.
different. I think and then even now, like even now, like busting like breaking it down. Even now, like all right, you got like all the riots we had in the US when Trump was in, all the stuff that went down, all this, nobody's favorite rapper, and it's everybody got their favorite. None of the mumble jokers said nothing, bro.
Mm.
Nothing. Nobody made any songs. Nobody did nothing, man. Not one single thing. I mean, the people
Except
who
for
were
J.
supposed
Cole.
to did. So yeah, the people who were supposed to did, but like when you start thinking about like how many jokers really, I mean, really popular, really got some influence. They got a lot more influence now. They said nothing, bro. They didn't say not one damn word. Not one song when Tamir Rice got killed. Nobody could broke out a song. Nothing, man.
Mhm.
Nothing, man. When Yusuf Hawkins got killed, PE delayed their album. They delayed their album
Yep.
just to put Welcome to the Terrordome on there.
Yep.
And I remember Chuck said he wrote that after Yusuf got killed.
Yep.
And it was just like, now these jokers just don't care, man.
George
You
Floyd,
know.
man, it was supposed to be albums behind that, man. The whole
Yeah,
thing.
nobody said nothing. Nobody did anything.
Pac, you know, that's the type of shit though that Pac would be all over, bro. It's man,
Yeah,
I ca Pac is one that I miss right now, like, especially right now, especially with everything that's been going on the last 10 years, let's say, with police
yeah,
killing people and, you know,
yeah. Police,
Pac
yeah.
Pac need
Because we need somebody like that, man. Because Pac would have came
we
out,
do.
Pac would have wrote some songs.
Yep.
He would have did something, man. It
Inspire
would have,
people and brought some shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
he would have, yeah, yeah. Pac would have been like, because I remember one time he said that. I remember one time he said every time he had a good point. He said every time the police shoot one of us, he said we should go kill one of them
Mhm.
or two of them. He said you start doing that, they're gonna start thinking twice before they start doing before they do what they do. And he was right, bro. I
Yeah.
agree with that to some degree because
Yeah.
the only way you're gonna stop stuff is if you have like some type of revolution, man. Like it
Yeah.
don't never revolution don't never come soft, man. It come hard. And so
Yeah.
like
He said first we
you
was asking, we was like, singing, you know, we hungry, please let us in." Right? We said then time went by.
listen,
He said, "Hey, we
we ain't
getting hungry,
asking no more.
motherfucker. We ain't hey, let
Yeah, we
us in,
want some
let us."
food. Yeah,
Now we
yeah,
picking the
we ain't
lock, coming
asking no
through the
more.
door blasting. That's how it came.
Yeah, yeah. He basically was like, we ain't asking no more. We
We're
just
not
taking
asking.
it and we're gonna keep it moving. And he right, because that's the mentality. But the mentality is of the of the generation now, that millennial generation. They don't have that mentality, man. They think everything is cool. They think everything is
They
none of
have
them.
no
And
idea. They
the
don't know.
sad part, none of them want to
They
run
don't
for
teach
office.
they don't teach
None of
them
them
about
want
the Black Panthers. They don't learn about none of that stuff now, dog.
nothing.
My son, I taught my son all that everything. Like I was
I did
blown
too.
away that he goes to an all black school.
Right.
I'm blown away that he didn't know any of these things. And in high school, and you know what I'm saying? That it's the system, man. The system is not. Metaphysics want to know what do we think of Ripaverse? That guy made over 2 million, and I think less than a week. Do you know Ripaverse, still?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Me too.
Um, I heard of Riververse, but the thing is, it's you know what? That's a reflection of the times where it's more about views
Yeah.
um than anything else. He got a website.
Yeah.
Riververse is
It was like we were talking
it's
about Monday. The radio guys don't run shit no more. Kids got their own thing. The radio
yeah.
DJs don't run shit. Funk Flex don't run shit. We don't need you. Don't depend on you like we used to.
But I don't know. But but it is. But I mean,
But what?
I don't know. Being a comic book, Riververse is just it's just different, man. It's different, but it's not. You know what it reminds me of? I'll put it to you. It reminds me of what was uh um the comics with Static in them. That was mm, Dakotaverse. It reminds me of the Dakotaverse. Riververse reminds
Oh,
me of the
oh,
Dakotaverse.
like milestone?
Yeah, yeah, it reminds me of Milestone comics. Like it came at a time where it just came. It did what it had to do, and people loved it. But it'll never be as big as DC or Marvel because they own DC and Marvel just own DC, Marvel, Image. They made names for themselves, bro. Like, and they did it off the backs of like blood, sweat, and tears. I remember when Spawn came out, and then when Image came out, and they came out with like Bloodshot and all that. I remember rappers going to get their comics signed. Like they was going like I remember when they went. I remember they were going to get their stuff signed. Like Easy E was at the comic store. And we talk about it all the time how rappers are go hand in hand with comic books.
Yeah.
You seen people supporting, man. Like they showed up, man. They showed out. But
Okay, yeah,
Ripperverse,
Rippaverse.
Ripperverse is dope.
The comic book
It-
Isom and all of that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what? We're gonna do a whole episode about this shit. About Rippaverse. Try to get him on the show. The creator.
I, I think we can get him. I think we can get him on here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we can.
Yeah, yeah. Because I like I said, it just reminds me of Milestone. It literally just reminds me of Milestone. I think it's bigger than you know. I think had it been like on a major comic line, like if you put Ice on like on DC,
Mhm.
I think it'd take
But what
off.
I
I think it'd
one
take
thing
off.
I
I think
one thing I like about Rippaverse is that it's not woke, right?
no,
It's a
no, not at
non-woke
all.
comic defying cancel culture and in a world of in a comic world full of woke culture. This guy he's taking an artistic stand. Um,
But you know what they need to do, Reno? Like they need to do like Milestone did back in the day. I mean, not Milestone. They need to do no, they need to do like Milestone and Image. You need to get all your artists together, your writers, and you need to make a stand. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? And do them and be consistent with it.
Mhm.
If they do, they can actually make a dent. They can make a
Yeah.
big dent. They can open the eyes of everybody and be like, yo, like look, we did, like we wasn't with the big two. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In order to make this happen, and we still selling comics and we still getting it off. Like I feel that's what they should, like they should really do that because nowadays, I don't know, man. Everybody just goes their own different direction instead of
Yeah.
just trying to come together and shine. Like that would be phenomenal if they just came together and shine. Like if you just got John Jang and you just got a couple of other artists, man, out there, just got them to come in there and just do their thing, man. Just start something, start a
Mhm.
new movement,
Yeah.
start a
Well,
conglomerate,
writer
man. It would be
he's a writer and a creator. a writer and a musician, Eric July, uh, and
Right.
he created the comic book. And he first launched his comic book ISOM #1 through publishing company Rippaverse on Monday, and it's been a crazy success. It's already brought in more than $1.7 million in pre-orders in just the first 4 days. Nearly
Mm.
19,000 people have pre-ordered, but not everyone is happy about it. The release of
Uh-oh.
ISOM #1 created somewhat of a stir on social media, particularly Reddit, where promotional videos for the comic book were banned from certain subreddits for supporting comics from hate groups. Um, but July tells he said that his comic book company is no such thing. He said a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm a person that they simply do not like. He said a self-described libertarian hosts his own podcast and has appeared on several media outlets as a political commentator. And July said that he is on a mission to spread liberty, speak out against nonsense, and work towards a more free and prosperous society. He said a lot
Mm.
of the entertainment today is out to beat people over the head with stuff like social justice and the left-leaning agendas. He said to see the industry go in that direction that it's gone in kind of lights a fire under you, July said. He said it's not like it's getting any better. These people are doubling down on everything that they're doing, no matter how often fans reject it. So he created the Rippaverse. He said, I put my money where my mouth is. He said, I started a comic book company. I told people I'm not beating the audience over the head with my individual political views with this. And they got me called the most ugly names I've ever been called in my life. He said, yeah, he said, leftist comic book fans on Reddit are in full blown meltdown over the success of the Rippaverse. These people reveal who they are by making every disingenuous excuse they can come up with, and it still don't stop us. Rippaverse is not political. But the constant comments about his race and political views will not stop him from making a return to the essence of what he says comic books are all about.
Mm.
July explained that a lot of people see comic books as an escape from the real world and an opportunity to
That's
enjoy
true.
themselves and get their morale up. Um, he said, I like seeing people being stoked. I like people being happy and enthusiastic about something that is happening in entertainment. In the last 5 or 6 years, it's been rough for a lot of people because folks have been holding their nose as they go through and consume whatever entertainment it is that they're consuming. He said he hopes to build a fandom where people can share their theories and build relationships, friendships. We're seeing success and the people are enthusiastic. Customers are enthusiastic, and that's why they hate us. He said, this is what I do. This is my passion. I'm a comic book lifer. I
Mm.
saw #1 follows the story of Avery Silverman, a common rancher in Floor Park, Texas, who obtained some unique abilities and spent a brief time acting as a hero under the moniker Isom. Things take a turn for Silverman when he gets a call from his sister about an old friend who has become one of the most feared men in the city. Silverman goes to visit his childhood friend and ends up in some violent altercations as he's sucked back into the world of excepts or social being or special beings. Okay. The 96-page comic book will serve as a launching pad for the entire Rippaverse comics universe. The comics are brought to life through July's writing, Cliff Richard's pencil and ink work, Gabe Eltab's color work, and Eric Weathers' lettering. For now, July is heading back to the drawing board quite literally. He said it's time to get back to work. He said, I want to get books into the hands of the people. He said, this is a blessing. I thank God for this opportunity and all the supporters from the different pockets of the internet. Yeah, man, this cat, it's is he's getting like all this backlash and attacked from the left community just because he said I'm gonna make comic books that are not politically motivated. He didn't say he's against any. He said I'm just not gonna fucking pump an agenda through my comic book. That's a problem? I don't know, man. It's scary that that's a problem. That should be fucking he should be applauded. I mean, for he's a black man. So this is a black man out here making he's got his own company, he's doing his own thing. Why would you knock that? Don't make no sense.
because they, you know, listen, the
They
agenda is
want him to
strong, bro.
their
The
shit.
agenda is strong.
Yeah.
Agenda is strong, bro, and that's what they want. They want to push that agenda. They want, I've never seen somebody push something so hard and then want everybody else to do it. So like they push their agenda so hard. Like if you're not down, that's high school stuff. If you ain't
Yeah.
down, you just ain't hit. You know,
Yeah.
you're
It,
not this. Like that's high
it is.
school,
It's
bro.
childish.
It is, bro. It's just the man. Listen, like I said, the man need to get with some people, and they need to do some things, and they need to start their own movement and keep it moving. And don't give a
Mm-hmm.
damn when nobody say a thing. Just do it
Do is
and
right.
keep it going. Yeah, and keep it going. Because right now everybody's so afraid of not being correct or not letting, you know what I'm saying, not pushing that agenda. Like I
Yeah.
said, every
Being
TV
PC.
show,
Yeah. They everybody
right?
want to be
And they make
PC.
and they make such a big deal about it.
They do,
It's
man.
like, yeah, you like, all right, let it go. Like with Stranger Things, like when they introduced the new characters, the one girl's gay, and they just keep pushing it, and she wants to talk to the other girl, and she saw the girl kissing the dude, and I'm like, what does that have to do with saving Hawkins? Her love life has nothing to do with Hawkins. Like
Yeah.
who cares? Who cares about her gender? Like
Well, the one
like
kid's
back in
gay
the
too. The kid Will's gay too. The one,
right, and they've
the
been
young boy.
pushing that. They pushed that. They kind of threw that on us, and that shit
And but look,
back in the
I don't
'80s,
have no.
man.
That's fine though. That kind of stuff is all right. That's just a gay character in a show. It's not a show all about the fact that it's a gay character. You see what I'm saying? It's like have it in the
Right.
writing organically, but not make it the main focus of the story. In fact, having no story, just focusing on tropes and cliches and agendas and shit.
Yeah.
I
Because
didn't
remember,
like Black
you-
Sand Creator said, didn't he beg Mark Cuban for 5 mil? Yeah.
yes, he did. Yeah,
He probably
he
said
did.
something about, uh, him taking money from white people or something like that,
Yeah, okay.
begging money from white people. Don't matter where you get the money from, dog. Matters what you do with it. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely look into the Ripperverse a little bit more because the comic cover of ISOM screams hip hop to me.
Yeah, it does.
It screams
Yeah.
hip hop, and it's not. There's nothing hip hop on it. There's no. It's just I don't know the colors, maybe the font of the word, the text. It looks like graffiti or something. I just get
And
that
that's
vibe
cool.
from it.
We'll take that. That's cool.
Yeah,
We'll take
without
it.
it being,
Is
yeah.
it because it's not like Netflix's Q Force when they started Q Force. Like that was just
Mhm.
dumb. Like, I don't even know why you would even like. I don't even know who told them it was okay to do that. Like who somebody in charge should have been fired on that
What is
one.
it?
Q Force.
I don't know. I don't think I heard of it.
Oh, dude, it's okay. It's a group of gay superheroes on Netflix. It was a cartoon.
Oh, queer, like Queer Force, Q
Queer
Force.
Force, yeah. And they
Gotcha.
canceled it. They can't because it was just not. But that goes to show you, nobody wants to really watch that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Look, we love the gay community. We don't have nothing against them personally. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's just that when you start doing stuff like that, now you've been unrealistic.
It's
Now you just been,
unrealistic. Yeah, it's
yeah,
unrealistic.
now you just been unrealistic, man. Because like when they did Q Force and they got canceled quick because
This is the
nobody wanted to
creator.
watch.
Yeah, this is July right here. That's it. That's Eric July, creator of Riververse. That's ISOM, the comic.
I sound look dope.
Looks dope. You got the like gangster dude down here on the bottom on the right. Yeah, it's some cool imagery in there, man. I like that. I like that.
It is. It is. I do. Yeah. I mean, like I said.
Yeah, yeah. Ali with a character named Safe Space. Dude, they got Safe Space and Snowflake. 2 twin
Exactly.
non-binary, come on. And then, yeah, that whole thing was absurd. You got the internet gas, grandpa's internet gas infecting people, Dora the Explorer and shit. It's crazy.
Like I don't
It's
even know
crazy.
who came up. Like whoever approved that was sitting in the room,
Slade, you
probably
can
said,
get
"Oh,
it.
this is gonna be big." Like I don't, I
Yeah.
don't
Oh, yeah. Well, the
know.
drawings look like a kid drew it. I think a kid drew that and came up with that. They probably were like, there's probably some grown ass person went to their 10-year-old and they were like, "Here, make up some characters, something hip, you know, so they could get
They
the
need to
inside
stop.
scoop on the
Whoever it
kids."
is, whoever it is, they need to stop. Bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Whoever it is,
Yeah.
they
They
just
do.
need to stop. It just wasn't. It just ain't worth it, man. It's like eating food and you saying this ain't worth the calories. Like that's just. I mean, it
But
just wasn't.
to Slade and anybody else that's looking for the comic, you can get it for pre-order. You can pre-order it now on trying to get the thing ripaverse.com. All right. Yeah, ripaverse.com spelled thusly. Ripaverse.com. Yeah, man, that would be phenomenal, man, to get him on here, man. I would love to get him on here and talk and chop it up, man.
We're gonna get him more. Bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit
Look
him up.
him up.
I'm gonna look him
His
up, hit him
numbers
up.
have come on. Bust it up. Talk about it. Let's get it pop. Let's get it pop.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool choice,
He does.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the
Yeah.
trailer. I saw the trailer, and I thought at first because I thought it was kind of weird. I was like, "Damn, Riververse." I was like, "All right," like, but never really. I never knew it was gonna blow up like that, like the way it did. Like I just never
Yeah.
expected. Not saying that it couldn't, just didn't expect
Huh. Just didn't expect it. He didn't expect it. No one expected it. That's crazy. Like, it's every indie comic dream, creator's dream that their comic blows up like that because otherwise they just stay down in the indie realm and they never go anywhere.
it. That's
Um,
true.
I don't know if this could be picked up by one of the big 2 or 3, if he would even want that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna try to get him on the show. But that's our hour, guys. So we'll be back on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard
Saturday.
Time. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check us out. We always got the good news for y'all. Also, you can catch me on Instagram at sixth_element_comics, where I sell comic books occasionally on live streams. And so check me out down there. But we'll catch you guys Sunday. Have a good week. Peace.
Peace.